I think sometimes, coaches don't really need to be going into that depth about how they foresee the roster going, in the future. Because look, Matt just really contradicted himself within like one sentence right there. He said, look, I see Aaron here for a very long time, and how long that is, nobody knows. It's like, well, you understand that you just contradicted yourself. You see him here for a really long time, but you don't know how long that is. Well, you just said it was a long time. So, I mean, really, in this kind of situation, less is more. And look, Aaron kind of put it out there. He understands the landscape of the NFL. He understands the NFL is a replacement business, even for a guy like him. Even for a surefire first ballot Hall of Fame lock, it's a replacement business, and teams always have to have a succession plan. So as the head coach, as the CEO, just let it be at that. We're going to camp. We're trying. Aaron's our quarterback. He's a surefire Hall of Famer. We're just trying to win football games. We're trying to get to the Super Bowl. We're trying to not have a repeat of having, our back stomped out like it was last year against San Francisco in the NFC Championship. We're just trying to get better. Why do you have to make these contradictory statements? Though, again, here we are on Get Up at 9 o'clock in the morning going, what is he doing? Why are you talking about this kind of thing, about this quarterback who we know you drafted a guy in the first round. We know you moved up into the first round in order to get him. We know it's a matter of time. You don't have to continue to stir the pot here. You don't have to. And I don't understand why coaches would do that. I think this is indicative of Matt's inexperience in terms of maybe speaking to the media and articulating his thoughts and keeping it benign, just keeping it nice and easy so the focus stays on the football team. Because right now he's stirred up the pot again. Because look, we're talking about it.
Absolutely. Look, far be it for me to advise everyone to act like Bill Belichick, but Bill Belichick would have just said, well, we'll see what happens. And that's it. And that probably in this case
that's all you
is
need
the
to
best
do.
answer. Shefty, what? I mean, what are you hearing as far as the long term? What does a long time mean? Shefty,
Look,
what?
This is going to be a business decision. And Aaron Rodgers right now is under contract with the Packers through the 23 season. There's an out after 22. So look, he's on the roster this year. I think he's on the roster next year. And then we start to get into an interesting situation where as the salaries on quarterbacks across the league are rising, we've seen Mahomes get a new deal in Kansas City. Deshaun Watson's going to get a new deal in Houston at some point. These salaries are going to go up and up and up. And if Aaron Rodgers is playing the way he wants, then he's going to want to raise. And at some point in time, the Packers are going to have to see whether it's worth it to continue on with him. And that's going to be compared to the way Jordan Love is developing in camp. But you don't trade up in the draft, pick a quarterback in the first round without the idea that at some point you're going to be turning to him. But again, this is going to come back, I think, to the economics and business of it all and what's in the best interest. And yes, you're right. When you're talking about your team, all you have to do is say, I love Aaron Rodgers, and we're always going to do what's best for the Green Bay Packers.
Tim, what do you think of all this?
Well, I think Luke brings up a really good point in terms of Matt LaFleur's inexperience speaking to the media. People need to understand this about players. You can coach them hard in your team's facility and in the meeting rooms, but man, they are sensitive when you talk about them publicly. And so Matt LaFleur can think that he is complimenting Aaron Rodgers when he's saying, oh, it's a privilege to coach him. We expect him time. But when he says nothing is guaranteed, then everything else he said doesn't matter to Aaron Rodgers. The reality, at that point, your feelings are hurt. You feel betrayed. That's how it works with players. And so you're better off, especially in this current situation, if you're Matt LaFleur, to be like, look, Aaron Rodgers is our starting quarterback. We don't even know if we're going to make it through an entire season. I'm not worried about anything beyond getting ready to play this upcoming season where Aaron Rodgers is our starting quarterback. It's an easy way to get out of it without, essentially betraying and kind of hurting the feelings of your starting quarterback.
Go ahead, Shefty.
But doesn't Aaron Rodgers know when they take a quarterback in round one that nothing's guaranteed in the future? I guess you just don't have the head coach say it, but he knows it.
Lewis, go ahead.
I know. You know what? You're right. But see, Tim, of course. But Tim brings up a great point. It's one thing to say that when you're in their facility and you know it and it's implied because you understand, again, it's a replacement business. It's another to have a press conference and go, hey, nothing's guaranteed. Well, no kidding, man. I've been in the league longer than you. Yeah. I've been playing this game at a high longer level longer than you've been coaching it. So why do you don't need to tell me, and you especially don't need to tell everyone else, because now you just ticked me off. Okay, now you ticked me off, and trust me, I can have more of an effect on this football team than even you can as the head coach, because I'm the quarterback.
And obviously, if anyone knows this, Aaron Rodgers knows this. He lived this from the other side 15 years ago. Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.